Welcome to the Alive Loren podcast. This is the place of celebrating juicy, soulful living, and where the aim has been to at least once a week celebrate a business that shows that people and planet can be part of the forefront. And the rest of the time, the aim is to pop on with some musing, some inspiration, some stories, all around the juiciness of life itself. And oh my Lord, today, I was going to say a great place to follow along. Also on Instagram, Alive Loren. Oh my Lord, what a hell of a hiatus we've had here. I don't even want to really look and count. I don't know how this has happened. It's just kind of, the goal was really to at least once a week share the news that I believe should be making headline news, because yes, you can find doom and gloom very easily. But there are growing communities of the most amazing people, initiatives, that should be making headline news, that more and more people should be made aware of, to support, to spark the inspiration of what's possible, that you can be people and planet-centric and still thrive. So yes, the Celebrating Conscious Business does generally focus on conscious for-profit businesses. Today is a little bit different. So we're going to talk about a zero-profit model business, which I guess is more, we will get there as we get there. So how can I begin? Because this business is more like a mission exercise in food activism. So let me start at the beginning of the story. So currently I do also spend some time every day tutoring adults online. And as I'm connecting, I've got a student in Korea who's holding this bag of like some sort of product up, and as she's waiting for the call to connect, I hear her reading out loud in English what that's saying. And as we connect, she's still reading away out loud, and I'm like, I said hello, and what is she holding? And she's holding a product, Bite Society, these chalk balls, okay, which she had bought online. So she recently has become very inspired. She's actually like committed to a vegan lifestyle from actually a discussion she had with another tutor who was vegan and understanding why, and then slowly starting to do her own research and watching documentaries and hearing things on both sides, and then reaching her own point of feeling like, wow, the kind of vegan stance is really resonating for me, the plant-based stance. And so she is now also trying to find other more vegan things within Korea, South Korea. And on this website, they had a section for vegan products, and this was like on sale, on promotion, and really beautiful. So I was like, this sounds very interesting. So my first reaction was that they'd be very expensive, but they were actually very reasonable because the packaging is really cute and funky. And I know that sometimes the more vegan, plant-based, some of the products can be more expensive. So I jotted this down and I was like, I got to find out more about Bite Society. So after the lesson, I mosey on to Google search bar and I find bitesociety.com. And amazing to discover these really like funky branding. And what do I discover? That here this isn't a business, this is a mission, this is a food activism project, which is actually how it's defined, a vegan food activism project on the mission page. And what is the product? So here they're making these chocolate balls with like a really super crunchy center. It's got a rice core. And they're not trying to be anybody else. They are their own like brand and their own product. It's the reason they went with one of the reasons with the rice core is they wanted to be really price competitive, because part of this mission, twofold. So the one is looking at lowering prices and making vegan mainstream to reach more people. And then to inspire, the other main goal is to inspire and help other vegan projects and founders. And this was all started, the founder is Simon Newstead. So that's Simon, S-I-M-O-N. The reason I'm giving you the spelling of his name is because, oh my Lord, did I disappear down the most amazing rabbit hole here with Simon. Because surname Newstead, as you hear it, N-E-W-S-T-E-A-D. Look him up on LinkedIn, because there oh my Lord, do you just see the amazing things that he is involved in. And I would love to find, I wanted to not delay any further with this podcast, but where all of this comes from, this drive to do business differently and to see the world differently. So there isn't, because Byte Society is not a revenue generating. So obviously he must have his money and his income through other things. And he's also an early stage investor in plant-based and cell-based meat projects. So you can see all of this is like listed, like I said, the most amazing rabbit hole, because when you see projects that he's been involved in or early stage investor in and the brands, like amazing, stunning. Just to give you an idea, like here we've got Hungry Planet. That's premium plant-based meats. There's Fable, which are transforming mushrooms into meat. Then you've got this other with cell-based, plant-based chicken for the planet, next-gen foods. Oh my Lord. Okay, so what do I learn here? That Simon now wanted to, just this creativity to do things differently. So when I look, I see that earlier back in his career, okay, he co-founded, so we've got different projects. The one that seems to go back the earliest, 2008, is a mobile lifestyle gaming platform, which focuses on games for female audience, okay, and so that Friendzoo, but all this information is on his LinkedIn. So that's where it kind of started. And then as I go through and I see, as we go later, so Simon also very interested in living productively, making the most out of every day. There's another using software as a service. So this accountability software as a service tool called Goals One, which is all about human accountability and all these things to like do the most you can with the hours that you have and move towards kind of aspirational goals. And then I see this kind of deep diving into more of the vegan side of things. So they are stunning, like he co-founded Kinds of Grace, which is an ethical vegan accessory brand with handbags, purses, wallets made from sustainable plant-based alternatives to the materials. So divine. And then if we come back to Byte Society, there is this most amazing ethos of doing things like showing that it's possible. So if they wanted to show, like not every business, this isn't going to be possible in every circumstance to do something in a way where you're keeping your costs so minimal that you can come in at the lowest possible price. Because this has been like an exercise, like we say in food activism, but so starting to show the possibility of what is possible when you look at things differently, you're willing to try different things. So inspiring. Their mission page gives you all the information in terms of how they've engineered this, from minimal salaries and expenses. There's no full-time sales force. It's a zero profit model. So they want to keep everything, the costs, to a minimum so that they can offer the best value, also supplying like directly in to suppliers as much as possible, leveraging off word of mouth, leveraging off influencers to market and promote. So you're talking about, as far as I saw, like no ad budget, and then wanting to inspire others. It's just like so incredible, so incredible. The one thing I will say, because also like it says may contain traces of dairy or things on the label, and then I was like, so what does this mean? Because they looked at ways also to work with suppliers to get the best value for money. So there are co-packing facilities, which helps to reduce the price. But then it is packed in an area where other things may be packed. So it's really microscopic because the machines are completely flushed out before their run of products, and all their products are 100% vegan. So it's more just like because it's packaged in a facility. So yeah, that was so stunning because I was like, what does that mean? Do they like properly like wash out the machines before? And they're probably like rinsed between. But so divine. And then like I said to you, the support of other podcasts, not other podcasts, via their podcast in the beginning. The podcast. And I'm so sorry if I'm going like a mile a minute with this, because like I said, this was the most divine rabbit hole. And I know that Byte Society, so they've grown to where my student in Korea was purchasing it. I definitely know sort of Australia, New Zealand, Hong Kong, China, I guess. I haven't properly figured out on their website exactly who they supply. Like I said, I didn't want to delay this anymore because this podcast started where I would always get so enthusiastic and excited to share, because this is the thing, if I have a few minutes spare, I look up and it just feeds my soul. It makes me come alive. So on this vein, I didn't want to delay it. If there are any inaccuracies, it haven't been intentional at all, but definitely check out Byte Society. If you live in any of those countries where it's available, look for them. Also, there are opportunities. They're looking for expansion, and because it's really about creating the awareness and everything that a brand stands for. And then their podcast started with Simon documenting his story, and at a certain time it transitioned to transparent, amazing interviews and sharing of others on the journey of vegan startup, plant-based businesses. And there's all this beautiful collaboration and opportunity of helping. If you are a vegan project that needs support, they offer free assistance and advice, and they've got all these different things because, yes, they may not be the, forefront market leader because they too has started their journey, but they're more ahead than other people that maybe have just started in the last few months or the last year. So they do have that little bit of more advanced experience and wisdom and knowledge that they want to share. There's opportunities also for exchange, if there's value, if you want to support vegan charities or organizations. So I see I'm already on 11 and a half minutes, folks, but so delicious and delightful. And on this awesome note, I'm going to leave you celebrating and feeling very excited that this is about continuing to see things differently, celebrating the people that are out there taking action to show that a different way is possible. Love it so much. Best place, bytesociety.com. Even from there, you'll find, Simon Newstead, LinkedIn. Those are great places to find all the resources to everything that I chatted about here today. So I'm going to leave and love you, fine people. Mwah! Until we meet again.